Devon Nicholson here, and this is my week 22 hepatitis C treatment update. And I have a very special guest here, former world champion in professional wrestling, superstar Billy Graham. But he's also not just a wrestler, he's a real person. And this is a hepatitis C update, so your real name is Wayne Coleman.
Yes.
And hepatitis C has affected you in a lot of negative ways. You believe you caught it from years of bloodbath matches back in the 70s and 80s, where it was common to often share blades and there was huge amounts of blood used in matches. So do you want to just tell us briefly about how it's affected you, how having the disease has affected you in your life?
Well, there's no question I caught it through professional wrestling and the bloodbath matches, as you mentioned, cutting ourselves with razor blades, a very barbaric thing to do, but the hepatitis C virus can lay dormant in your system for like 20 or 25 years before it kicks in. Well, it kicked in on me, and I had to have a liver transplant. And they told me that when I did have my liver transplant, that I was about 30 days away from dying because my liver was so bad. And so that's pushing it pretty close. Yeah. And prior to the transplant, I was breaking out with rashes and having all kinds of health issues, internal intestinal issues. It just affected everything. And of course, it made my life totally non-productive, and it was just really waiting and waiting and waiting for a liver transplant being on the list. So finally the day came that I got the liver transplant, and immediately I became a new person. When they put the new liver in, the transplant, all the side effects disappeared, and one side effect was very dark urine from having hepatitis C and a bad liver, cirrhosis of the liver. And immediately my urine became crystal clear and everything became healthy, and it was just like magic. It was like a miracle that took place. So I had really gone through real hell prior to the liver transplant with the hepatitis C, and I'm just thankful that I was fortunate enough to receive the liver transplant.
Right. And you were actually the one that first told me about the Incivek treatment from your doctor, Dr. Hector Rodriguez here in Phoenix. He worked with the Mayo Clinic.
Correct.
And why aren't you on Incivek treatment? Is it because it's too hard on a person health-wise, and at your stage of life, you're 69 now, it would do more damage than good? Is that what doctors tell you?
That's exactly right, that I am already, the average lifespan of a liver transplant patient is 5 years. I'm already 10 years plus, and they feel that it wouldn't be worth the hell of the side effects that you personally are experiencing and have documented for me to go through at this stage of my liver transplant. And that it would be far better for me to, once I reach a certain point of the cirrhosis that's ongoing now in my liver, to get back on the transplant list and actually get another transplant. Right. So we're hoping for that. And but that could be, I could have another few years, 2 or 3, 4 good years of productivity. So I've been very fortunate.
That's good. And
yeah.
we're at the North Phoenix Heart Institute right now, and you just had a bit of a health scare a few months ago. You had
Yes.
fluid around your heart.
Yes.
You had double pneumonia. You also have diabetes,
Yes.
liver cirrhosis, and a number of other health problems. But your checkup today seemed to go well. Your blood pressure is quite high still.
Right.
But other than that, it's going well. So you're feeling good overall?
Yes, I feel excellent overall. Very robust. I'm back in the gym training, pumping iron again, and I really feel great. And I'm just thankful that I did pull through that double pneumonia in each lung.
It came very close.
Very close, yeah. The doctors were actually preparing my wife Valerie that it could be very, very bad outcome. and they loaded me up with 3 different kinds of antibiotics IV through the veins to kill this infection in my system. So I was very fortunate to beat that.
And finally, you've been through hell with this disease. I believe that's one of the reasons why you've helped me so much, because you didn't want me to go through the transplant phase. Do you have any messages for a Hep C patient that might be watching this that isn't on treatment? Do you have any suggestions to them before we finish off here on what your advice would be to them if they're afraid of going on treatment, or they maybe can't afford it? Do you think they should do whatever they can do to get on it to save their lives?
Oh yes, if your life is that important to you, and it certainly is, we only have one of them, I would definitely, if I was a person listening that had hepatitis C and it's active in your system and causing problems, health issues, I would definitely get on the treatment program, and at the same time get on the transplant list if you are qualified to get on that list. And so by all means start taking a medication regimen that Devon is on, and get rid of the hepatitis C, because the end result is it will kill you if you don't treat it properly.
Well, thank you very much for joining us in this update and sending your message along to other patients that are watching.
Thank you very much.